Hey friends, it's Ruben with Hi-Fi MIDI. This is World Suite 3, the next chapter in UVI's acclaimed global sound library. It features 450 playable instruments, over 12,000 loops and phrases, and over 80,000 samples. New features include a redesigned engine, new GUI, new instruments, new loops and phrases, improved organization, and more. It's being offered at an introductory price of $199, but will go up to $299 after the promotion ends. If you own the previous version, there is an upgrade price of $49. World Suite 3 works with UVI Falcon, however, it also works with the free UVI Workstation player, so it's Windows and macOS compatible and works in all major DAWs and in standalone mode. I'll leave more product info in the description. I'm going to be honest, up until about a couple of weeks ago, I had never even heard of World Suite 3 or World Suite 2. But UVI reached out to me and asked me to take a look at the product. Now, as you know, part of how I make a living is by composing. So while I didn't charge them for the review, I did charge to make the demo. However, I will not review or even demo a product that I think is junk because it's a waste of my time and I'm not going to be fake like that. So everything that you hear in this review is going to be my honest opinion about this product. That said, fortunately for me, this product is really cool, and the moment that I started listening to the sounds, I immediately got inspired to create the demo that you heard at the beginning, which, by the way, is only made by World Suite Instruments, so that was really cool. So what's new in version 3? Well, aside from more loops and phrases, there's a new Native American section, Greek instruments, and hybrid instruments from the Mediterranean and Eastern Europe. So let's take a look at it. So this is the UVI Workstation player. In order to look at the sounds that are in this library, we can click on World Suite 3, and then we have regions, types, loops and phrases, World Traveler, and Voice Traveler, which I'll cover briefly. Now, there are a lot of instruments, so I'm not going to cover even 5% of them in this video, but hopefully I can give you an idea of what it's like. So in regions, we have Africa all the way to West Indies, and within each of these, we have different instruments like wind, string, and percussion. Let's listen to the African flutes. So you just double click on here and you get this nice, very simple illustration, nice little GUI. Some people complain online, that they took a step back as far as simplifying it. The older one looked better, but this is all personal preference. I do like this nice, clean, organized look. So here you have the instrument name, and then you can toggle through the different articulations. You can change the color, which I think is going to be the tone. And then dynamic is going to affect the dynamic range of the instrument. So low is going to be loud, even if you press it softly. And then 100% is going to give you more range. Then the true range button is going to limit the amount of notes you can play to the range of the actual instrument. So true range, when it's off, it's going to give you a full keyboard worth of notes. Obviously, that doesn't sound realistic, but then when we go to the true range, it limits us to the instrument's range. The red keys are going to be key switches, so if the instrument comes with multiple articulations, you're going to get that option to switch it right away. Then sometimes the mod wheel will control the pitch of the instrument, and sometimes it'll control the vibrato or the expression, depending on the instrument. On the right side, we have our instrument section that lets us choose polyphonic, legato, or portamento. Legato is going to create a transition between the notes. However, you cannot play two notes at the same time. Portamento is going to give you more of a glide. Let's add some more reverb. I want to change that reverb, so I'm going to go to the effects section and click on reverb, and you have a choice between these 6 reverbs. I'm going to choose Cathedral. Let me change the type of plane. So you have other options like delay and EQ. And then you can change the envelope of the sound. So I can make it swell into the note. I can adjust the release. I can make it short. Of course, that's not realistic, but it gives you an idea of the sound design options that you have with this instrument. Now, there are a lot better sounds in this, so let's change them. In order to change the sounds, you have to click on this little open browser button. Or another way you can do it is by clicking this arrow, and it's going to go to the next sound. But I'm going to skip some of these. We have African guitars, and this is the Afro steel guitar. And we have different versions too. Let's see what happens when we click this. I think it's pronounced Chad nylon guitar. I'll turn on the true range. Now, as opposed to dedicated guitar instruments, this is not highly expressive as far as dynamic layers, but it gets the job done, I think. So if you're combining this with other instruments, for example, the track I made at the beginning, you're not going to hear these variations in the dynamics as much. Still very nice. Then you have your X presets. Your X presets are going to be modified instrument sounds. I don't know if they're using effects or if the actual recorded instrument is altered in some way, but some of these are pretty creative. This one is supposed to sound like a banjo. Let's go on. And we have other instruments like large drums, and each region is going to have something similar to this, but the sounds are so different. And some of the sounds sound similar. African large drum menu. So in this case, I have a large drum menu that's going to have all the drums at my disposal. Now, the recording quality on this is great. It feels like the drum is right in front of me because the sound is dry. Even though there's reverb, the sound is so present. I really like that. Some of these have a delayed slap on them. And we can turn on doubling here. All of a sudden, it becomes bigger. All right, let's keep going. So now you have individual instruments within an instrument family. So here's large drums. That sounds like a spring reverb in the back. And then you have the notes that are doubled, so you can play right hand and left hand to get a fast sound, a fast rhythm. So these match. Rather than trying to play it on one key, which is really difficult. All right, let's move on to a different instrument family. Here is bamboo sax. This is going to be interesting. So we have monophonic right here. Of course, meaning one note at a time. It almost sounds like a clarinet on the low range. Not sure if the real thing can actually hit all those notes, but I may be wrong. And then we have polyphonic. Very cool instrument. And then we have short notes. Let's listen to more sounds. And here is kalimba. Let's listen to another one. So as you can hear, this is outside of the instrument's true range, and this is the instrument's range. I usually like being limited to the instrument's actual range because it makes it a little bit more realistic. So we have different variations. Very cool. And I'm going to randomly choose these because a lot of these instruments, I don't know what they are just based on their names. I'd have to learn them. Congolese sanza. So this looks like a, I don't know, is a percussion instrument. Oh, that sound is so satisfying. I don't know why. All right, let's go on to Asia. And Asia has so many instruments. We have Japanese, Chinese, Vietnamese, you name it. Indonesian. So you can spend a lot of time going through them like this. Let's listen to the koto. This is finger. I like to go into timbre and then kind of raise this a little bit, the attack. It's really nice. Here's a second koto. That's beautiful. Laotian zither. This should be nice. This has a nice release to it. I don't know if you can hear that when I let go of the key. Yeah, that's nice. All right, let's go on. And then shakuhachi. This is one that I used at the beginning. It's a beautiful instrument. This one sounds great with lots of reverb. Can you see why this is inspiring? So there's lots of options for you with the same instrument. And here's a taiko. And there's different mic options for these too. Now let's see if they have that doubling, but you can turn on different mics and get more of that room sound. Now they don't have the doubling, but that's okay because with the different mic options, you get a bigger sound. It's a lot more detailed and interesting. Australia was actually pretty cool. The Aboriginal instruments have this very raw sound to them. I don't know how to play Aboriginal music, so forgive my rhythms. Let's listen to the didgeridoo. Now this is going to be phrases. The didgeridoo is one of those instruments that's very expressive and you can get so many interesting, unique sounds out of it. It almost sounds like dubstep. That's really cool. These instruments are so unique and specific. Like this is not like a piano or guitar or anything like that that you can find everywhere. This has all these strange, well, strange to me anyway, these strange specific regional instruments, and I love it. This is really cool. That's the jaw harp. Then we go to Eastern Europe. And we have basses here. All these instruments have a very small footprint. As you can see down here, 22.49 megabytes. It's not that much. All right, balconish violin. I'm telling you, this thing has it all. That's not bad. It's not the most expressive violin I've ever heard, but there are so many options, so many sounds. All right, let's keep going. Bulgarian tupan. I don't know what that is. This is a drum. That's a really nice sound. Changuri. That nice release sound. And then we have chords for some of these guitar instruments. So we have major right here. As you go up, you can start hearing it get out of tune. I imagine the instruments really like that though. Just like a guitar, as you go up the neck, it gets out of tune naturally. Okay, it even has accordion. And on the accordion, you have different settings. There's different voices. Here's normal. An octave. Very nice. Eastern Lyra. Oh, that's beautiful. The world is full of so many beautiful instruments. Georgian duduk. I'm not a big fan of this instrument in general. I've heard different duduk libraries, but let's hear this one. Okay, that one's nice. That one's nice. I'm not going to lie. And I'm glad I like it too, because I didn't want to hate it. Southern Europe. This is going to be like Spain, Portugal, all those. And we have cavaco. That's a cool sound. Then we have rhythm. So this is going to be the loop section. And I believe on the left side, the yellow keys are going to be your chords. And then your white keys are going to be your patterns. That's really cool. And then we have flamenco guitar expressive. So it has a little slide in when you hit the key hard. We have flamenco rhythm dry stereo. This is going to work the same way as the other instrument. I forgot the name. Now this is going to be limited to minor and major chords, because I'm playing a major 7 chord and it's not responding to it. It is limited as far as that, but there's a lot of rhythms too. That's really cool. Ooh, nice. I did use the flamenco guitar in the demo. Then we have gypsy jazz guitars. It's a little overwhelming. There are so many sounds to go through. Alp horn. I don't even know what this is. Okay, I do know what it is. I've seen that on the Ricola commercials. I'm not sure if they can actually do that, but that'd be cool. All right, that's not funny. Let's see. Alpine zither. So you have effects right there too. Bagpipes. Oh, this is going to be cool. So that's the high notes or the melody notes, but where is the drone sound? I don't know why, but I get chills whenever I hear bagpipe groups. Celtic guitars. No, you can't do it on a guitar. That's nice. I love the Celtic harp. I'm not sure of the range of the instrument or the tuning, but it sounds beautiful playing it like that. Dulcimer. I like the dulcimer. I think I used it on the track as well. Let me know if you recognize where this is from. Anyway, it's from my favorite video game. Oh, that's nice. We have fiddle. That sounds nice. These are playing techniques that are specific to that region. All right, let's go on. Lute harp. This one is gorgeous. Oh my goodness. I really love this sound. I hadn't heard it until now. Triple string zither. All right, then we get to India. India has so many instruments, and they're all fascinating sounding. So here's the different miking options. That's the dul. Dilruba. Don't know what this is. String instrument. Oh, that's so cool. I've heard this instrument before in tracks, and now I know the name, at least from the pictures that I've seen. And then here we have Indian percussion. This is going to be a big one. Now, I don't know about Indian percussion. I know they have names for specific rhythms, but I don't know all that. If you're from India, tell me if I'm even getting close to how this instrument's supposed to sound. This is just fun to play. It's so inspiring. Oh, what is this? Oh, it's the name of the rhythms. I'm genuinely having fun with this instrument. That sounds so nice. As you can see, the Indian one has so many options. All right, let's go to the next one, Mediterranean. So I have ancient Greek instrument, barbiton. I don't know if I would personally ever need to do this, to use Greek instruments. Who knows? I may be scoring the next 300 film. I'm not sure. All Greek percussions. Formings. I don't know what to play with these. I'm at a loss because these are new instruments to me. All right, clue mandolin. So oud. I'm going to skip some of these because this is becoming a very long video. Now we have North America, which has Native American instruments, but we have a banjo. The dobro. And then we have Native American instruments. One's a nice one. Now, some of these instruments are tuned slightly differently, so when you play them together, it sounds out of tune with the other ones. And this could be a good or bad thing. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, that's gorgeous. Here is Native American percussion. Ooh. Oh, this is nice. Oh, I love it. I love it. And then let's go on to South America. This is what I'm more familiar with. Bajo quinto. This is actually this was a surprise to me. I did not think they were going to have this. This is very popular in Mexican regional music. This instrument sounds amazing with accordion, by the way. We have charango, which is another type of guitar. Guitarrón, this is another surprise. Not many people pay attention to Mexican regional instruments. Latin panpipe. I want to hear this. This one needs more reverb. This is one I use in the demo as well. One of my favorite. And we have Latin percussion and a lot of cool stuff here. I'm going to quickly go through this with all Latin percussion. You have timbales, bongos, bells, shakers and huiras and shakeres. All right, and then lastly we have West Indies. have steel drums. Of course, I have to play this. So that was the individual sounds. Then you can go by instrument type. We have loops and phrases. This is going to open up a different type of interface. G minor is the chord, and the bellophon, I think that's the instrument. So this is going to play the sample back, and it's going to be spread across the keyboard. So you can play it at different speeds and pitches. And here is the original key. Here's the original tempo. That's the original one. And you can drag and drop this onto your track. And there you have it. That's a very useful option. Let's hear different styles here. You can audition it. I love this feature of just a one click and then you can hear it playing in the background. We have a full drum set too. This is cool. These are really nice beats. Here's the guitar chords. We have solos. Oh. Nice. We have ensembles. So you have all these options here at your disposal, and that was just Africa. I didn't even hit on these. There's so much to this library. The last feature I want to talk about is the Voice Traveler, and this is going to give you different columns with different samples, and you can choose the region. So I'm going to go ahead and open one of these. Dubadagni Choir, I think that's how you pronounce it. So you have 5 columns, and then the effects. On the left, it's a drone, which I think is really cool. It was one I heard earlier. There's one I used for the demo. Forgot what it's called, though. So this is a great sounding drone to have. On the right side, we have our country. When you click on this, you can open up the different region. Choose your choir, a mix, a solo voice, or words. And then select from one of those options, and you can play it on the assigned key. And each of those can be controlled as well, individually. The panning, the volume, you can solo it, polyphonic or mono. You can control the speed of the sample to match your track. Add more reverb. Let's listen to more of those. It's kind of mystical. It's so foreign and unfamiliar to me that it produces this really indescribable feeling in me. I use this sound on the demo.
Sandiala kalukumate, Sandiara karukumate, Sandiara karukumate, Sandiara karukumate, Sandiara karukumate.
Oh, I love that.
Malele, malemba, chak, malele, malemba, chak, malele.
Malisa.
So as you can hear, this might be unfamiliar to you as well, if you're not part of that region, that part of the world. But as you can hear, you can start getting very creative with this because of all the sound options you have, all of these pre-recorded performances that you can fit into your music. So here's my take on it. I think visually this sample library is aesthetically pleasing, although it could use some color on the illustrations, but that's a minor point. I love the organization of sounds by region or type. This makes it easy to quickly select an instrument. It's obvious to me which sounds were part of the older collection and which ones are new because of the sample layers and expressiveness of the instrument. However, even the older samples sound pretty good and will get the job done because of the variety of techniques available. The phrase section has plenty to offer and can be quite inspiring if you're trying to get an authentic regional sound. What I love about this library is how easy it is to figure out. When you own hundreds of sample libraries, it's difficult to keep changing ecosystems and essentially having to learn a new workflow. But with World Suite 3, you can open an instance and get to working right away. Friends, thank you so much for watching my review. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel, consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell so you can stay up to date and be one of the first ones to watch my latest videos. Please leave a comment below telling me what you thought about this library. And don't forget to check out hifimidi.com for MIDI programming tutorials. Thanks for watching.